Welcome to Love Heals Cancer and zenonco.io. I'm Saloni from zenonco.io. This is our cancer healing journey talk where we invite speakers who have gone through cancer, maybe as a patient, caregiver, or survivor. These cancer healing journeys are very close to our hearts because many patients tell us that when we listen to other people's journey, it really inspires us. It helps to boost their confidence and give them the hope that if others have been successfully able to beat the disease, then why can't they? So, thank you very much for joining this cancer healing journey talk with us today. So, could you please introduce yourself and tell me how did your journey started and how it all began?
Yeah, good evening. It's an honor to be here with you and share my journey with other cancer patients and caregivers because both are equally important. I am a naval officer with 35 years of service, a naval pilot, in fact. And last year, sometime in June, early July, I went into the hospital, drove down myself with jaundice. And that is the time when I was put through a battery of tests, and they discovered that I had advanced stage of pancreatic cancer, stage 4, which had metastasized to the liver, multiple lesions in the liver and lymph nodes. And then the journey started. It was a traumatic beginning, obviously, because Tata Care, which is considered the gold standard in cancer treatments and all, Naval Hospital, everybody gave me limited time to live. But then who I am is that I do not take things lying down. I was very sure I was not ready to go and I will not go. And here I am almost a year later, absolutely fine. So this is what my journey in a nutshell has been. So what else would you like me to share with you?
Thank you very much for sharing this. So, would you like to share? Did you had any pre-existing comorbidities or any family history of cancer?
No, I never had any issues. In fact, I always shunned from the hospitals and I never took medicines. I was absolutely fine and one of the fittest guys in the batches, including the juniors. My dad is being an army guy, but he has been diabetic for last 40, 45 years. That's the only family history I have. I'm the first cancer patient, and I'm sure the last one as well.
Yeah. Okay. So, what all treatments did you undergo?
Like I told you in the beginning, I was not given much time to live, and because they said in modern history there was no cure for me, so they put me in palliative chemotherapy care, and I was not very comfortable with that because it was a very aggressive form of chemotherapy. Like my chemo would start to end, it would last about 54 hours at a stretch every 2 weeks. And that too was only palliative, that is to stop further growth of the cancer tumors. And so as to increase my time maybe from 6 months to 8 months a year. So what I did was I searched and I found your team, ZenOnco, the first one that I came across because I have always believed more in alternate medicine, holistic treatments. And the biggest thing for me in my life being a pilot, which is as it is a slightly considered to be a dangerous game, I always believe that it's mind over matter, always. Come what may, there's nothing bigger than mind over matter. Otherwise, like I'm asked around, what is the one thing that made me heal myself? There's not one thing that I can point out, but for mind over matter. अगर मैं आपको अमृत भी दे दूं, तो nothing will work unless you are sure that it is going to work.
Yeah.
So I was very clear I'm not ready to go. And I just downloaded things, specific yoga, pranayams, diet. Then I came to supplements and treatments with a video consultation with a doctor from your team. I came across the super duper counselor and Dr. Saloni, who was there taking me through meditation lessons, counseling me. So these are all steps which are required. It has to be a multi-pronged attack. कैंसर को भी इतना कंफ्यूज कर दे, वो भी रो रहा था कि किसके अंदर घुस गया मैं.
Yeah.
So that is how it has always been. So ZenOnco was the first one I came across, a dietitian. It has been a tremendous support from ZenOnco, I would say, I'd like to add, because right from the dietitians always checking upon me, then there's Dr. Shweta, who was the coordinator. There were times when I would not respond and all that, but she would just not let up.
Yeah.
She would be after me, give me a break, but again come back asking me how are things and all that. And of course, Dr. Saloni, I'm such a young age. She's a tremendously gifted counselor, I would say.
So did you make any lifestyle changes during or after the treatment?
Yeah, that is required. Like I said, being a typical military guy of old school, I was into late nights and not bothering much about meal timings and some wrong habits. So I had to forego all that because I wanted to live for me, for myself, for my family. I have a 15-year-old son and a wife. So I had to get back to sleeping early, eating early, getting my circadian rhythm back, and eating the right food. That is also because food is like medicine.
Yeah.
The body needs to heal itself. For that, we need support in terms of supplements, mainly the diet and all. So I did undergo all those changes, support from ZenOnco in terms of advice and all. And they need to stay with me if I want to be on this track. So lifestyle habits do need to be incorporated, yes.
Yeah. And what are your top 3 learnings from this journey?
Top 3 learnings is like life cannot be taken for granted. A is that, and we all go through our lives thinking that we're invincible and all that, nothing can happen to me. Just round the corner, what lies ahead for you, nobody is
Yeah.
worry of that. Nobody is clear of that. So you always live life to the fullest. Second thing, and live it right. Nobody's stopping you from enjoying life, but incorporate certain good habits in lifestyle. Do not play with the body.
Hmm.
Body has tremendous way of healing itself. It's just that we interfere. That's my take, that we interfere with the body's own way of healing. That's when all these problems start. And third thing is, even if you do get hit, because life, as I said, is unpredictable, do get hit by cancer or any other serious disease, it's not the end of the world. And be sure about yourself that if you'll make through, if you're clear that you'll make through, you will go through it. There will be hardships, there will be setbacks. Nobody said to me there's going to be an easy journey, but they will never let go. A moment that I wanted to let go. No. I was very clear that come what may, I shall conquer. That's why I call myself a cancer conqueror, not a survivor.
Great, great, great. So what would be your message to other cancer patients or caregivers?
Like I said again, I'd like to reiterate, this is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
First thing is never ask why me. You'll never get an answer to that.
Hmm.
Never get an answer to why me question. You have to take it on, okay, my body got this disease. I'll make sure my body gets rid of it. That is in my hand. Finally, nobody's sure when will they go. But fighting the disease that has hit your body because of, we can't question why me, I have been fit, I've been eating right. There's no one factor which leads to such diseases. That's what I've clarified with my doctor also. It's not one thing which leads to, there are various factors. What led one to get onto these disease and be afflicted by them, nobody can be sure why. So when it hits you, that's not the end of the world. Take it on, take a stock of things, of where you're going wrong, and let your body heal and let your mind take control of your body and tell your body that it will heal by the right diet, by the right support, by the right caregivers. It's a dreaded word. It's more of a fear factor, fear psychosis that disease like cancer work on. That's my take. It's more of a fear factor.
Hmm.
And
Okay, so if you have to sum up your journey in just one sentence, then what it would be? Sorry, I think we lost the connection. No problem. We'll just
that's
add it there. So my last question for you is,
yeah.
if you have to sum up your journey in just one sentence, then what it would be?
Life is beautiful. I
Yeah.
would still say that despite all this, life is beautiful. Live it to the fullest.
Great, great. So it was really inspiring listening to you. Thank you very much for sharing your experience here. I'm sure this would help so many people, so many caregivers, survivors over there. Wish you all the best. And it was totally our pleasure to have you with us. Sorry, I think we lost the connection again. So
Yeah,
yeah. So I was saying it was really very inspiring having you with us. Thank you so much for sharing what you shared. And I'm sure it will help so many people, whosoever will listen.
again, lost. Can you hear me? Because you're audible, but you're getting disconnected in between.
Yeah, I
But it
think
was an honor. It was an honor to be here, Dr. Saloni, with you. And if my sharing my story can help others, definitely I would love to do it.
definitely it will help. It is helping, and you are such an inspiration for us. And we are so happy to have you with us.
Totally
Thank
my honor.
thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Dr. Saloni. Take care.